darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strength. Darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strength. Darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world.
And we're live! Welcome everyone to the next episode of Followers of Mayhem! In the last episode we had a strange absence of 2 members. And a couple of books were missing. The party decided to get a boat and... well, we can hear someone shifting around. They must be excited for today's game. So, the party got on a boat and the boat is heading to somewhere where that's where the party's currently going. Is there anything you guys do while on your trip to somewhere?
How long does it actually take?
5 days.
5 days?
Mm-hmm.
That's plenty. Okay.
So
I think the only thing Gazur would be doing is fishing.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
so
have a
Dennis,
number of sendings I want to handle during those 5 days.
Dennis,
Mhm.
wait.
Okay.
Grisura, roll me survival. Okay, Dennis, now you can talk.
Okay. So, I'm gonna check the history over here real quick. Do.
Survival. Did I? Survival
You catch a
roll.
swordfish.
Holy crap! We're eating well tonight.
So, Dennis sends to Alex, if you don't respond, I will be rearranging your face the next time we meet. And he doesn't get a response. And then he thinks about things. And then he sends to WizTig a working theory of what's going on. I assume you know what that is, Lala.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I take it he doesn't respond yet?
He said he's looking into it.
Okay. So, he then has an idea. He's going to wait for the next day for it because he's going to do it multiple sendings, and they all constitute the same message. So it'd be kind of hard if you got some of it and then the rest.
Is that
if
the
that
only
makes
thing
sense.
you're doing while on the boat?
Anywho, so he sends those four sendings to Alex.
Okay.
Then he waits for a day.
Is the only thing you're doing on the boat sending the sendings that you've already told me about?
Yes.
Okay. Kagura, are you doing anything on the boat?
He'd be standing at the front of the ship, eyeing the horizon anxiously.
Alright. Allah, anything you're doing?
I'll put up a small show, like a small musical performance.
Sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. My neighbors are being rowdy today. Okay. So you strum the tune, the sailors are, they toss you a couple of gold pieces around. I'd say 3 to 5. 4 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 gold sounds
Just-
about right.
4 gold it is.
So I'm going to take a moment to say on the third day, Dennis's mood goes sour for some reason after a certain sending.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. My neighbors are kind of being neighbors. Bang, 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 bang. Sorry. One day I'd like to get some actual soundproofing, but, well, it costs money to do that sort of thing. I digress. So, you will eventually land in somewhere. Dennis?
Mm-hmm.
When you're opening your bag after arriving in somewhere, your books are back. Your books are in your bag.
But they weren't in there before.
Or they're in your bag now.
Dennis is confused. I'm gonna
Awesome.
check to make sure the books are actually the right books.
Also, as you get off the boat, you hear a soft and Vienna pops out of existence. You're pretty certain it was Tanuki because of the very trademark pop that it makes.
There goes another one.
Oh boy. Alara just walks over and picks up the key.
Dennis is just staring at his bag. He's like, I'm confused.
Grisera's rubbing her temples. And that leaves me as the meat shield.
Dennis is going to make sure that the books are actually the books and not otherwise.
Roll Arcana. They seem completely identical to you.
Okay. Dennis is still confused.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Well, do we have an idea on where they may be? Basically, Grizzer is looking at Dennis as some sort of a magic dowsing rod.
I don't know.
We can ask around town. Maybe someone knows something.
What do you guys do?
Grisura, do you know where air security would be based here in somewhere?
DM, is
There's
there
a
a
s-
difference?
There's a
Is there a
small
difference?
garrison right there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say if there's like a difference in the town in comparison to what Grizzer is normally used to.
Yeah, for one, the Colosseum is completely closed and they appear to be doing some sort of renovation to turn it into something else. People seem to be more happy. You don't see many
Yes.
bandits, but you don't see any bandits.
So it's no longer hell. Grisser points to the garrison. We could try over here. And she
All
points
right.
over.
Kagura heads up to the garrison.
I'll try the inn.
Alright. As you enter the inn, you see the familiar Maggie Creed, who greets you with a smile, before looking around in puzzlement. As you also approach the garrison, you see a sloth Hengen yokai who is quietly helping with sorting the tools and everything. So,
What is that? Out of character, what is that?
it's a sloth.
I was wondering if it was a sloth or if it was some sort of
I
weird
said it was
bear.
a sloth Hengen yokai.
Oh. Sorry.
Moving on. Allah,
Just we're
Guys?
not. This isn't the DMV. We should be fine.
guys. Oh, that is very loud. Allah. So, what do you say to Maggie, Allah?
Alar gives a small wave to Maggie as she walks in and goes to her counter and just kind of sits in the area where it was feasible for her to sit. So Maggie, have you heard anything about anyone coming from here, like Alex and Rura in particular?
Maggie thinks for a moment and then her head shakes. She points to the sign behind her where the drinks are and smiles, asking if Saga, we can hear you playing with the chips, please.
It's not chips. It's Pop-Tart foil.
Okay, well, if you're playing with a packet, try to mute yourself beforehand so it doesn't.
I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished eating. It won't be a problem.
Okay. So Maggie,
Oh boy.
Saga, I really can't focus when I'm hearing eating in the background.
It's okay. I just threw it away.
Okay. I'm sorry, Alara, Maggie pointed to the sign with the drinks and she smiled at you.
Alar looks around, see if there's any people around here. Is there anyone?
There's a couple of patrons, just quietly drinking, a couple of people talking, one person playing darts.
Tell you what, Maggie. Why don't I put on a small little show for you in here, and I'll get a free drink out of it.
Maggie thinks for a moment and gives this quizzical look before she reaches down and she places down a drink for you.
Alar just takes. Is it like alcohol kinda? What
It's,
kind of drink?
it's just a simple drink, alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'll just down the drink and then start playing again for the people here. Starting up a small show again. All right, guys. This is a free drink for me for Maggie to help you guys play a small show here. Okay.
Woo. One
Boy.
of the patrons with their face on the table, just lifts a hand and says that.
Oh boy, it's a tough crowd. And then she starts playing.
Alright. So, roll me performance. And, yeah, okay. So, you get around 5 gold in total, and the crowd does eventually warm up. You know, you get a few drunken sing-alongs. You know, the mood in the tavern does lighten a bit. They're still drunk, they're still pretty morose, but you do get a couple of smiles, and you get a nice little bit of gold as well.
Alrighty.
Alright, Kagura, Rizura, and Dennis. You enter the small little fortress area, and you can see the Sloth Henken Yokai helping some other volunteers get the garrison in order. What do you do?
I look for whoever appears to be the one in charge and approach.
It appears to be the Sloth Henken Yokai.
All right then. I assume that this token here.
Yep.
He goes up to him and he asks, "Hello, is this where the town guard receives their orders?"
Yeah. I'm Saber. I'm in charge of the guard. We're still getting set up, but you know, we got a couple of volunteers, things and
Well,
things of that nature.
if it's possible, I would like to order a search.
We don't really have the manpower for a search. We're still getting enough people to volunteer to actually defend the town. Like, if bandits attacked right now, we'd probably be, well, overrun, and well, then we'd have to try and contact Nowhere, ask them for assistance again, and well, then we're gonna owe them again, and yeah.
Well, if I can't ask you to stage an active search, I would like for all the guards to be on the lookout for a couple missing companions of mine.
Yeah, we can do that.
One is a brown-haired human, clad mostly in orange, and one is a brown Arakakra.
No, alright, I'll send the word out, and, you know, if anyone sees anything, we'll, you know, look it up, find a way to contact you. This
Thank
is
you.
Cherry. This is my cat, Cherry. There's
Charmed.
certainly a cat there.
And one more thing, if you do happen to hear anything of them, don't send word to Lundruk. I will not be there.
No, why would we send word to Lundruk? Oh
Because-
wait, you're that prince guy, aren't you? Yeah, it's the tales that give you away.
I get that a lot.
Sorry, I'm a little slow.
That should go without saying.
Hey, is that Specious I hear in there?
No.
No, he's just real tired. He just doesn't know what he says.
Uh-huh.
Forgive him. Please.
Anyway, I'll let you know if I find anything.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Much obliged.
By the way, during this duration, Dennis is like just subconsciously following the other two, as he, from the outward appearances, the books look correct. He grabs the one that he believes is the decoy, which he should know which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to look inside it to make sure that it's actually what he remembers, if that makes sense.
It is the blank pages as you remember.
Okay.
Alright. Wednesday talks, messages you back, and just says they're still in the forest.
Hmm. Uh, Dennis tells you there's Wistic says they're still in the forest. A forest somewhere.
It doesn't. Well, this entire island is more than half of this island is forest. That doesn't exactly narrow down our search.
True.
Be nice if he said if they were close, we were closer to them.
That's not much.
I don't think
He's scrying.
I-
It doesn't tell you where they are.
Wizdig might be powerful, but I don't think he can. I don't think he's so. I don't think he's so omnipresent as to be able to tell our location in relation to theirs. Where's Alar?
She went to the inn.
All right.
So, as you enter the inn, you see Lara up on a small stage with the crowd around her as she plays a tune. And that's where you find her when you enter.
You look like you're having fun.
Yeah, lighten the mood up a little bit. As she finishes the performance and steps down from the stage and looks over to one of the patrons and see if there's anything that one that looks like well traveled or not.
Did you at least find somebody who looks like they could have seen Alex and Vera?
I'm working on it.
You do see one, grizzled guy who's just sort of the thing about him is, out of everyone there, there's typically only 1 or 2 drinks on the table. This guy has 20.
Oh boy.
But
That guy drinks
dwarves
more
for
than
you.
me.
That's dwarves for you.
Alar would approach him for a minute and ask him, "Have he?" So, Mister, you got yourself a good Phyllis.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you play pretty
Uh,
good, lass.
I appreciate it. I try my best. And she gives a courteous smile.
He tosses you another
Ha-
gold coin.
Sweet. Alright, I'm on my way back to stardom. She looks back over to him and do you happen to know of any a duo, an Aarakocra or a human come on this land from a flying distance?
No, not recently, but it sounds like you're referring to, the 2, compatriots from the followers.
Or that would be them.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, sorry. I just came from up north.
Up north. Are you from Prosh?
What? Why would I be from that shithole?
Ooh.
The only pla- the only Oh, pardon me. I've misjudged the direction. It's Prosh's to the west.
As road south, north, and east of here. I took the north road. I'm from Dokuk.
Huh. There's a lot of places we have not really explored yet.
Yeah.
That's one
Well-
of them.
That's
Well,
just a small mining
Thank you for your
town.
time, mister.
You don't want to hear my stuff? Yeah, fine. I wouldn't want to hear it either. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Thank you. We are in a hurry.
Aye. He sips his drink.
She walks over to Dennis. Dennis,
Mm-hmm.
when you are scrying or you're talking to Wistig, did he mention the type of forest that he sees? I would like some details on that. If it's snowing, if it's a little hot, or whatever details can provide to the area can help us narrow down the forest at least. Because every forest area is at least a little different.
I don't think he told me any more details. Let me ask him. So Dennis is ascending to ask for details about Forest.
There's cacti. There's trees. There's hills. A couple of mountains.
Dennis relays what he received for Badham.
Can I do a nature check to see what kind of season it is, for example? That would also affect this forest.
Sure. Alright, I will private message you this then.
Okay.
Alright. That's what you find out.
Okay. Alar, like hearing the plant life in general, she gets a soft, knowing smile. Alrighty, they are.
You know what? I will actually move you over to the map so you can actually see it.
Okay, that helps.
You see where I described?
Yeah, I can tell.
Alright.
Alrighty. It's gonna be a little bit of an odd trek, and this is just a general area, guys, but I got a feeling that they went around nowhere, like past it. Not going through the town, of course, but going around the town, or not general area. I would say roughly right about here-ish, or here-ish. As she, like, points out a map or something. I'm not sure if it can do that or not without Alex.
Off to the east of nowhere?
Yeah,
Why-
east of nowhere.
Why would they go there?
It narrows down the search a little bit, but that's their current direction as I know of. They could be going anywhere from that area. They might be going down to... They're trying to avoid nowhere, so it's really hard to tell exactly where they're going. But they could be going up north or south from there.
Assuming that they're continuing the trek east, we could cut them off at the road here if we move quickly enough.
I don't think so. Remember, she is very good at going through difficult terrain. She even pressed me on that. I'm not so sure about that. I'd say our best bet would be trying to guess where they're actually heading first. We find the goal, we can find where they're at. With this much information, though, we don't really get an exact area, but we can get a general idea and get more clues on the way. I'm thinking maybe if we head up a little bit north to where it's warmer, because he did mention cacti, so I'm assuming that's where it's going to be at. Maybe around this area.
Near Mernfern?
Yeah, I haven't been there myself, but it's an idea at least.
I think that's probably one of the few places we haven't been.
Well, that's the only place I can think of. Maybe over to Fernner, ideally. But it seems like they're going to head up north.
And whatever the case, we have three to four or locations we could check out. Bountfrost, Mernfern, Duekuk, Vervner. Question
Why don't we take one with the dock? That way, if we actually get more information, we can take a boat. We should head to Morfern or Bountfrost and to Duekuk.
Sounds like a plan.
Grisera ponders for a moment. We gotta get there fast. If we only had an owl cat or some sort of flying mount.
The only person we know that with an owl cat would be Lin Sing, and as far as I know, we haven't heard from her since Inkaria died.
Then horses would probably be the best bet, unless someone has something in their stables that we can rent or purchase.
By the way, while everyone's thinking, did Dennis come to any conclusions?
Suppose you can probably find a stable at nowhere, or somewhere, sorry, due to nowhere's situation right now. I would recommend not going there at all. That's probably what they're avoiding in general.
Even so, we should probably head to the nearest village first to see, and then go around from there.
The closest location from here besides nowhere is You Are Here.
Do we know that, Oasili?
What was your question, Niku?
Do we know that, Oasili? Because I believe that's a town that Alex just made right off there nowhere. So I don't know if we actually know that yet.
It's
Otherwise,
been
I
on the
would
map
say-
since the start.
Oh, has it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so we know about it then. Alright,
it's been
yeah.
on there. It's
I-
just you've never gone there.
I thought that was like a directory thing.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, well, let's go to You Are Here then.
Apparently some people were crazy when they were naming cities.
No, I mean, somewhere and nowhere. Gotta get what you can take. Let's head over to You Are Here then, and see what we can get from there. See if we can get any signs or any clues, as well as transportation.
At the very least, we'll be out of Jule's radar.
I don't like being in somewhere or nowhere, but I don't know about You Are Here yet.
It's remote. There, as far as I know, there's nothing there. Nothing that the syndicate would be interested in anyway.
Yeah, you can roll a simple intelligence check, but if you ask around somewhere, you know that You're Here is just a small farming place. Like there's like a small farming house there, and that's about what's there. It's literally the sticks.
Well, if anything, it would be a good place to rest before we head to Mountain Crest.
Let's go.
Alright. So, as a reminder, you guys have rations. Does anyone need to do anything before you leave somewhere?
I am tempted to have Dennis do a send to Lindsay to see if they could possibly get travel, but said person's not here.
Yep. That's something you have to do in advance.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that we'd need to. Anyway, continuing on.
Alright. Okay. So, you begin to head through the woods. And you'll have to forgive me here, cause I do not have a map made. I did not think you guys would be going this way. I do have something that can work, but I need to find it really quick. Nope, that is not the map. I think it was, this one? Yeah, now that won't work. Okay, we'll just have to use Theater of the Mind. So,
Oh boy.
I know it's super scary, guys, but don't worry, I'm here to walk you through it. We're gonna be okay.
I said it every time I
think
activated
we
a
make
sign
it
of
before,
Walmart.
though.
So, as you all break through into the thick of the trees, you come into a large bit of farmland. with a small little farm. Alex, are you there?
Yep.
Alright. You can take a moment to get settled if you need to. But one of your scouts has just detected a group of people approaching you are here from the road. A centaur, a Hengen-yokai wizard, a multi-tailed fox, and a half-orc.
Arthur squints a little bit at this, and he asks again. Well, he asks again. Who's... Sorry, I keep hearing feedback.
I'm not hearing anything on my end, sorry.
Alright, there we go. All done. Sorry about that, Grisura.
Okay, go on.
But yeah. And he asks a bit more in detail. Like, specifically, he asks, do they look like the followers?
The scout does indeed nod. And, a certain little Hengen yokai fox? No, it's raccoon, no. Yeah, it's raccoon.
He's a raccoon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Sarai, you're passing around behind, and you hear the word followers mentioned by Arthur as you're passing. What do you do?
He stops, looks into the room, and like, isn't that what everybody's isn't that what everyone's calling Kagura's gang?
Oh, there you are, Sarai. Yes, it appears that we have some of them here, although only about 4 of them are accounted for.
4 of them? Last I saw them, there were at least 7, including the prince.
Which is which is strange. Even still, though, Arthur seems honestly kind of a bit worried.
Do you hide the village, or do you allow them to see it? You have defenses in place to make the village completely undetectable if anyone comes.
Arthur sighs and he says, "Sorry, Sarai. I know you probably wish to see your friend, but we need to keep hidden for now."
Fine.
I know it hurts, but please, just hold on a bit longer. Once we get established, we'll bring them in, at least. And that's the best case scenario. For now, though, we need to bide our time.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I had to hide something from Kagura.
We can't know for sure if they're under some sort of spell or not. So, just please go along with this for now.
It's your house, boss.
And Arthur gives the order to hide the village. Well,
Alright.
hides the town.
The town very swiftly becomes hidden. Fake trees are put up, things are plucked in place, and roll me 1d20 twice, and
me?
Yeah, I'll let you add a +5 modifier because that seems like a decent amount.
Alright.
So yeah, so roll me 2d20 and then +5.
Alright.
But you gotta
1,
roll them separately.
2.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 16.
Alright.
It-
So, everyone else, Alex, you can mute yourself for now. Unless
Alright.
Arthur decides to do something, you're just watching this all happen. Alright?
Yeah, he's keeping it visible, invisible.
Okay. So, as you all enter the clearing, you see the farmhouse, and you can see a young woman tending to the fields, and you can see an elderly woman on a small rocking chair doing some knitting, while a third individual, a man, is tossing hay to some cows. They all glance over as you arrive, and the young woman begins to head over. Her long hair had hidden it, but not much misses Allah's eyes, and she's able to see that, well, they appear to look relatively human. When she's running, her hair that was blocking it reveals that hers are distinctly elven. They are elves. And not drow. Elves. Straight up elves. The first ones you've seen in probably most of your lifetime for some. Elma. Also, a part of the forest looks really fake. You can see people watching you from it, but you gotta give them an A for effort. They tried. Only Allah sees this, by the way.
Yeah, I was thinking only Alar sees this.
So, the woman approaches and she looks to you all and she says, "Can I help you?"
Alar clears her throat for a moment and looks to the woman regarding her. Yes, we were looking for a small town, hopefully to get some supplies. I'm guessing we took the wrong way.
Ah, well, you are here isn't a town. You are here. I hate the man who named it that, but, well, yeah, this is our little farm. We help supply both somewhere and nowhere with supplies. Keep them alive.
I'm sorry, Kagar, did you want to say something? I didn't realize I interrupted you.
I was just grasping at a straw and wondering if they had seen our friends.
Oh, okay. Have you guys seen he's probably familiar with this area, but he might not been over here at all. Guy part of the followers. He's a human, and we're also looking for an Aarakocra as well, off of the other group.
The woman pauses for a moment and then says, "I'm afraid I don't. I'm not sure if they're not with you. I have no idea where they are. I've only heard about them from visits to deliver food."
So you haven't heard
Well-
anything about him?
I haven't heard anything since, a month or two ago. That was when I last brought over food.
Well, like I said, we were grasping at straws.
Right. Well, relay this to whoever is in charge. We're looking for our two friends, and we just hope to find them. That's all. We don't really know where they're at. They kind of left us middle of the night one night, and we're just extremely worried. That's all. We won't be a bother to you guys. Thank you.
Alright, well, if you want who's in charge, is my mom and pa. I'm Alicia.
What did you say her name was? Alicia?
Yeah.
So you're saying we're welcome into town?
I mean, it isn't much of a town, it's just a farm. But if you want to camp for the night, you can.
Alar crosses her arms and she looks a little miffed at this. You say you're welcome, but you're hiding something.
Me? I'm not hiding anything.
Not you. The group that's with you. Why is there a fake forest behind you?
She pauses at that and then glances back and then says, "I don't know."
Fake?
It looks pretty real to me.
Alex, Arthur,
Mm-hmm.
it's clear that a certain centaur has noticed a few cracks in your forest disguise.
Arthur just sighs and he says, "Alright, everyone, just drop it."
As you all glance towards the fake forest, you will watch as, like, it just seems to melt away and fall into the ground. It was some sort of fabric or something.
What?
I don't know how you want to do it, Alex, but yeah. So whatever the disguise was, it drops and you actually
Pretty
see-
much it's I imagine it would probably be the best thing they could make of from like, you know, the materials that they have, like, you know, one of those, like, almost like a ghillie suit in a way, but for the entire town. Because if this was magic, they would be spotted in an instant.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
kind of
you've
like trying, yeah.
I mean, you've only had a few weeks or so, you know, you haven't had time to really set up a proper defense. You weren't exactly expecting visitors.
But yeah. So, as it drops, you all see a very familiar human walk out and greet you all. You just had to come this way, didn't you? And it's Alex's father, Arthur.
We mean no harm, sir. We were just passing through. We're hoping to get some supplies to find our friends.
Well, I was hoping that we could stay hidden.
Well, hopefully you don't get passed by a druid. That disguise can easily be detected by anyone who is known nature well.
Yes, well, that's the reason why we're out here. No one gives a shit about this little town. Sorry,
Hey.
farm.
Hey!
I mean no disrespect, miss. I'm just sorry. I'm a bit.
It's
I'm a
true,
bit.
but you don't have to say it that way.
I know. I'm terribly sorry. You came
I'm
out,
just
and
joshing
I'm
with
just.
you. She pats him on the head and then goes back to work.
Okay, everyone, let's calm down.
Kagura is standing there, taken slightly aback, not just by the facade, which, when upon revealing, had him going like what the nine hells? Well, as he sees Arthur and hears him speaking, he's taken aback by the fact that he looks and sounds a bit like Alex.
As you all look around the village, the small town being built, you see people briefly glance over and then they get back to work, hammering away, and they're clearly starting to build the structures and all of that. You also see two figures that you recognize other than Arthur and I'm assuming Athena is away doing Athena things. Am I right?
Yeah, she's doing the ranger stuff. She's
Yeah,
just out on patrol with the rest of the Horizon Walkers.
So you do see Sarai, and you also see far in the back corner, talking to his hand. You see a familiar orc wearing a tuxedo and a monocle.
Alright, before we get anything else deeper into this, our lights lantern revealing. Let's see if we accidentally screwed him over.
That is a question, isn't it? Because you came here right from somewhere. Let me just think this over for a moment. Alright. Kagura, I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Alright.
Lovely.
Now let me see.
Wait, is that a nat 1?
No.
No.
Oh. It should be, yeah.
That isn't that one.
You do indeed see a familiar glowing orb And Arthur, you recognize this as a scrying orb.
8.
Of course. And he noticeably gets very infuriated. Thank you all very much.
Halar sighs and tries to dispel the orb.
Alright, roll Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Wait. Scrying, is Scrying the same level as Dispel Magic?
What level is scrying?
It's
It's
5th level.
Okay, it's not, but I'll cast it. I'll just cast it through, try to dispel it.
Okay. So that'll be a spell check. So roll 1d20 plus your spell modifier, and the DC is 15.
Okay. R1, 1d20 plus. It's my spell attack bonus. Is basically my thing to add to
Yeah,
it.
I believe
Okay.
so, yeah.
19.
Actually, it should be +3 because you're not adding proficiency, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
I'll
Well,
check-
it's
I'll
still
check
16.
It's still 16. So I'll check it later. It's not important. So the orb vanishes.
You know what? I'm not entirely angry. This is not your fault. You didn't know. But
I
still,
should've-
I'm incredibly pissed off.
I understand, sir. I should have assumed when we entered somewhere that we would have been scryed on. That's my apologies for not seeing that.
You're fine, kind of. I'm sorry. It's been a trying few weeks, and just for this to suddenly happen unexpectedly, I guess you should expect the unexpected, but still just.
We're looking for 2 people of our group. They've gone missing.
Wonderful. I don't care.
One of them is Alex.
He doesn't know that.
Grisera
Yeah.
goes over and clamps both Alar's and Dennis's mouth shut. You two, shut up right now.
Alar slaps Grisura's hand.
We're
yeah.
in a very bad situation right now, and I'd rather get moving before it gets any worse.
Guys, Alex.
But yeah. Did Dennis say that it's one of the people missing is Alex before Grisura clamped his mouth?
Yes, because that is the order that the events happen.
Yeah. So yeah, he stops at that. His eyes kind of, shoot open a little bit. And he says, "I'm sorry, I misheard you. What did you just say?"
Grisera thinks, fuck.
You all notice at this point that Kagura is clutching his head, and his breathing has gotten heavy. And then suddenly you hear him say in this feral voice, he said, and one of our missing friends is Alex, old man.
Grisera just bulks
The
at
entire
Kagura.
town is now looking at Kagura, including Butler.
You all notice, as Kagura pulls his hand away from his face, you notice his eyes seem to be his eyes seem to be dilating, and his tails are raised up in the air and are going really fluff right now. He looks very agitated.
I'm just gonna do this on him. I don't really like this spell, but I kind of feel like I have to at this point.
Meanwhile, Grisera is just backing away and dragging Dennis with her.
Alright, roll me a charisma save.
Kagura?
Yep.
Yeah. If you choose to fail, or choose to succeed it. Oh, he beats it.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's go.
Arthur takes this minute to just compose himself for a moment and just takes in a few deep breaths. Okay. Need to calm down. We all need to. Alright. Alex is missing. We've been discovered, probably by the Syndicate. So.
If that orb
I
was
need
on
to-
Kagura, it's almost guarantee it was a second syndicate. So I would move if I were you. I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
What did Alar say?
If the orb was on Kagura in particular, which I can guess by the position of the orb, I'm guessing, then it's almost guaranteed by the syndicate. If it's on me or someone else in particular, it could have been by a certain friend of ours, but that's not the case, it seems.
Alright, well, who was the scrying orb on?
I guess that was metagaming, I'm sorry.
Who did it look like it was
Grizzard.
on?
Like,
Grizzard pulls out a piece of paper and writes "frozen" on it. Okay. This is the only place that the Syndicate doesn't have power. It's pretty far, but you can move there. Don't speak the name. At least not until we're gone. She hands the paper over to Arthur.
He just takes it and not even looking at it, stuffs it in his pocket. So, yes. Could Arthur tell who the scrying orb was attached to?
you know, it'd probably be a perception check, so I'd say, Allah would probably be able to tell it was probably on Kagura, but it could have been on any of them. But it looked the closest to Kagura.
Okay, so I can assume that then. And I'll assume that.
You could reasonably assume it, yes.
Okay, that's all I'll say. I'm sorry for trying to,
Continue.
But I can assume that it was likely on our prince here.
Fine then. Weeks of progress just done like that.
Didn't know you guys were hiding here, to be honest. So
I know, and that was the point, but I understand. It wasn't your fault. Even still. I'm sorry.
It would help if somebody actually went out of their way to tell us these things for once!
Oh, your friend there is certainly a lot more angry than I remember him being last time.
Grizzard holds up her hands. Just don't test him any further.
Fine.
At this point, Sarai is kind of approaching. You're like, hey, Kagura, buddy, could you mind telling me what's going on? I could ask you the same thing, Sarai. What the hell are you doing here?
All right, Kagura, you seriously just take a moment and just step back for a little bit.
Is this about the fact that we stole your blood? No! I asked, what are you doing here?
Oh, so I was right about that.
It's long story, actually. But first, could you maybe chill out a little bit? I've never seen you like this. In fact, I don't think anyone in the guild has. As well, you haven't. Well, none of you have been in around me in a while, have you?
Alara places a hand on Kagura's shoulder and trying to make a soothing touch with their melodies, if anything helps.
How long has he been like this?
It's
For
touch and
a
go.
while.
Well, that's something you all need to fix soon, because whatever this is, it doesn't seem natural. Anyway, so, my son is missing. Why is he missing?
That's
We
the
don't
thing.
know.
We-
We were
Dennis!
asleep. We were asleep, and then he gassed us all in our house, along with Rura. And he stole my books, but then my books are back, so I'm confused about that part.
Dennis, let the rest of us handle this.
You afraid that I'm just gonna tell him everything?
You never keep a secret.
This is true.
And this is a delicate situation.
Fine.
Dude. I'm sorry, but this is not the time. Grisser then turns to Arthur. Unfortunately, what Dennis says is true. Though, albeit with a little less tact than what any of us would have said.
So, as far as you all know, my son has knocked you all unconscious and has taken something, as far as I can tell, very important, and has left with another one of your friends.
And didn't bother to tell us why.
We're currently searching for him. Last we heard, they were in a forest somewhere around the area. Specifically, the north. We were just making our way here as a bit of a pit stop to get to Bountfrost. We didn't know all of gestures to the whole village. This was going on. Again,
Right.
we apologize for what's the word? Blowing up your operation. It was
Especially after we just left behind nowhere. But you know what? It's fine. I understand, and I know it isn't your fault. And I apologize that I appear angry. It's just a lot
Stressful?
of work. Stressful, and weeks of work have just been undone.
I know that feeling too well.
To answer your question, my son hasn't been through here. I would have known if he was. And whatever he is doing, I'm sure he has his reasons, if he is within his right mind.
That's the other thing. We fear he may not be in his right mind. But until we find him, we're not exactly sure. So we thank you for letting us know if he's been through here or not. We'll rest here for the night and we'll get going in the morning.
No, you will leave now.
That's right. We can't stay
That's
here
fair.
at all.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
You stay here a moment longer, that scrying whatever it was may come back. And I don't want that here any more than it needs to be.
Right. Grisser
So,
then motions to everyone.
I am very sorry. I hate turning away my son's friends. But this is far too important. So, please kindly leave.
Grisser nods and motions to the others. Let's keep moving. The farther we are from here, the better.
Fine. Kagura just turns around and storms off. Sarai is kind of like, Kagura, wait! What? What is wrong with you? Who knows? Ask Elnath. And he just continues storming off. Elnath? Does he know something about this?
Arthur just shakes his head and he says, who knows? Right now, Sarai, we have more important things to worry about.
Yeah, I hear ya. Well, weeks thrown out the door and all that.
And it was looking so promising.
By this point, Butler begins to approach and he says, Well, we might have lost this work, but I've already got us a new location lined up.
Thank you, Butler. I'm glad at least someone is reliable.
Grisera then approaches Butler. Before we go, can you deliver a message to Elnath for us, if it's possible?
I can try if he's not in his sanctum.
Tell him he needs to see us immediately. I don't think Kagra can handle much more of this.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. And you watch as he briefly starts doing the sending, and then he waits for a moment and he says, yeah, he's in his private sanctum, I can't reach him.
Well, keep trying until you get the message through.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
Out of character, this is very nerve-wracking for me. Trying to keep everything stable while at the same time trying to continue the story.
Butler then looks to Arthur and says, alright, so we've probably got about 2 days. I can put a scrying up to watch the entrance to the place. Julie isn't really the type to not come in from the front gate. She's, confident like that. So we can probably put some guards there and pack up as much as we can, and when we see her coming, we'll just do a mass teleport.
That's all we can do, unfortunately. I was hoping we could take back nowhere once we have all but settled, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be.
In a tribe of centaurs, we always go on moving. Home is not stationary. If that helps anything.
We are not centaurs.
No, but are you saying we're not people either?
No, I apologize. That's not what I meant to say.
We're all tense. It's fine. Everyone just chill out. And he pulls out his instrument from his back and then says, "It will be okay. Just
I know.
follow your dreams, and things will be okay."
I know. I'm very sorry I've been so hostile to all of you. It's just... He shakes his head. This is far, far too important.
Despite the display, don't let anger consume you. Think rationally about the situation and try to adapt. That's all I can offer.
I know. And I will. Thank you for setting my head a bit on straight, young lady.
Alar nods and then proceeds to step away.
You will watch as Butler turns and calls out to the elf woman that approached her and says, "Alicia, yeah? We got found out. Pack your things. We're leaving in 2 days." Beach? Yeah, beach. Woo! So, what do you guys do?
Grisera is eager to get moving.
Guess my guess was wrong. They weren't going this direction at all. We can try south then.
Don't you mean north?
No, they would have to pass through here, I would assume, if they were going north. Let's head to Berna, see if they're in that forest.
Very well. We better hurry.
I agree.
Hey, you guys take care. You guys look after Kagura for me, would you? I don't think I've ever seen him get that mad before. I mean, he can get mad, but that was something else.
I know. I'm worried about that too.
I don't know what it'll look like if his sister sees him like that.
That would be damning.
We understand.
Oh,
Sarai, come on.
Run, run on it, sir, boss, whatever.
Yeah, Arthur just waits for Sarai and then proceeds to head back to the town.
As you watch Arthur go back to the town, he says a bit, and then you watch the relatively calm town immediately spring into action, and everything begins to start being packed up, almost like it was practice. But regardless, you are left to your own devices. What do you do?
With this much information, we can assume she's always going to be watching us. Whatever Alex and Rua are probably doing is probably to prevent that. I don't think Julie has ever seen Alex or Rua, actually. They might have been a perfect bait. Regardless, I think we should head down south.
Okay.
Alright, so you all begin to head down south. You explore the forest, you make your way through it, down and to the road. Do you go down here and then over here, or do you just cut right through to the road here?
There's not many good towns to head into.
What are you guys doing? Are you going all through the forest or cutting down to the road?
We'll cut for the road.
Alright,
That's what my vote is.
so
Hey.
you all begin to head down. A few days pass. You guys are subtracting your rations, yes?
Yeah, I'm subtracting from 2 days so far. How many days have passed?
Okay, so to get to the road, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
Okay.
But it's difficult terrain for some of that, so it'll be 7 days.
Okay.
So the only thing that happens during those days is, you get attacked by the shadow demon a couple of times. It's like taking out the trash for you guys by this point. Wake up in the morning, make breakfast, go to the toilet, kill the shadow demon, take out the trash.
Kill a shadow demon again?
Yeah.
How many times does it attack us throughout the day?
Once a day.
Okay.
Regardless, you soon make it to the road. Do you continue to burn it?
Alright, guys. What do you think we should go from here? If no one votes, I'm just going to cut. I'm going to say we just head to Berna. It's the closest town that'll be on the safest route. That or no town. But that's a little bit out of the way.
Let's go to Berna.
Alrighty.
I'm running low on rations anyway.
Alright. So, as you begin to head to Berna, Allah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna message you something. I just want you to be aware of it.
Okay.
Are you enjoying having a passive perception of 20 more?
That's very nice. Oh, okay. Right.
Alright. So that's everything I needed to tell you. Regardless,
When does that come in effect?
soon, but
Just let me know when.
oh, the thing I messaged you about does come
Yeah.
into effect now. The second thing doesn't yet. I will let you know, but I'm hoping to leave that until next session because I didn't have time to prepare anything this session.
That's fine.
So, you all make it back to the sleepy hunting town of Burner. Surprisingly, you do notice 2 centaurs quietly selling their wares in a little corner store.
Alara rubs her eyes as she looks incredibly tired. The journey's taking it out on her, clearly, but she still moves forward, stumbling a little bit at times, and she looks around the town, hoping for some more rations.
You find meat in ready supply, vegetables not so much.
Yeah.
So after that last 7-day decrement, how much do we remove now?
About 10 days.
About 10 days?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry, 9 days. You ran out of
Grizzard?
rations, didn't you?
I might have.
Same here.
How many rations did you have?
I
4.
have 7 before the decrement.
Alright. Well, unless someone wants to try hunting,
I'll
or
hunt.
someone... Okay, roll survival. You get an extra ration, roll survival again. You don't get a ration, roll survival again. You get 2 rations, that brings you to 6,
3.
7. But you spent 1, so that's 6. Okay, roll another survival. Alright, so you get enough rations to survive the journey. Dennis, what about you?
I have 7.
That gives you 8. That's not 1. That's not 1. And that'll give you another 1.
Okay.
How much are you short then, Dennis?
With those plus 2, I am at 0.
So you made it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You made it. So, you're at the town.
I'm going to buy rations.
Okay. So they have some meat that is dried and ready. It'll cost you about 5 silver per ration.
Okay.
I buy 6 rations.
Okay. So, you buy your rations.
Dennis buys 10.
Alara notices the 2 centaurs as she steps over to them. Well,
Alright.
sleep deprived, but still steps over to them.
Alright. Alex and Alar, the 2 centaurs that you made a couple of weeks ago,
Mhm.
they were completely perplexed. There's another centaur here.
Yeah. God, this has been such a while. I need to refresh myself on the names.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
me too.
What we'll do is we'll probably come back to that next week. I'm just letting you know that that's going to be a thing. Honestly, we might have to call the session super early here, simply because I've been absolutely swamped all week, and this was about as much as I could prepare.
Fair enough, I guess.
I am sorry to cut it early, but I can only do so much before you hit a roadblock because I haven't prepared the material.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, with the moving and all. It's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the world's on fire currently, by the way, folks. So yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, I am sorry to cut this session short, but I need time to get everything ready for next week. So, I will see you all next week, and thank you all for tuning up. I hope you had fun. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Later.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.
So far, nature sister of calling, fire, death, fighting freedom, create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest, noble enough to see the world, map to find the key was lost, to save the many strength. Darkest feeling